Hit it. You can hit record. Here we go. Okay. All right. This is now officially on the record, so we will get going, and now anything I say can and will be used against me potentially. And so I hope that doesn't happen, but who knows? Living vicariously here. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about the difference between National Life Group and our newest IUL product through Allianz. And I think it's very important for us to understand the difference because, first of all, I would get a lot of questions often about, hey, Scott, what's better, an IUL or participating whole life? IUL, participating whole life. And the answer was always what? Who can tell me what the answer was?
IUL.
No.
Oh,
Who can tell? Who else can tell me?
well, probably the other one. No.
No.
Oh.
No. The answer always is, what is the money for?
Oh.
Okay, because I don't know. It depends. If someone wants to pay off a home in 3 years, IUL is not going to give me that. If someone wants the best tax-free retirement growth option with moderate risk, participating whole life's not going to give me that. So it just depends. But now the question is, when I look at an IUL, which one is a better product? And to even confuse you more, we're going to have yet one more tool in our toolbox with Nationwide's IUL, which, by the way, Misha, I don't know if I told you this or not. They have both a guaranteed participation rate and an index strategy, both. So never a floor of zero. So anyway, that's going to be a lot of fun with that one. But now the question is, okay, well, how do we choose? Who do we do an IUL through? So that is what I want to talk to us about today. What does it look like? Now, how many of us here? So you got Misha, Gail, Sherry, Cap, just probably everyone here. We will contract with Allianz. I only have a handful that I'm allowed to, but if you're going to be writing IULs, I want you to have Allianz. Okay. So this is what, you know what, Kat, I don't even know if I saved this or not because I remember I went over this. Was it with you or with Michelle? Who was it? Was it Michelle? Was it you, Michelle?
We did
I
do
forget.
some. I think it was me because we had problems with the Allianz calculator thingy, wasn't it?
Oh, maybe. But of course I wouldn't have saved it into
I did.
it wouldn't have been, yeah, perfect. And Michelle, by the way, after this call, I will gladly answer your question. It's a
Okay.
very easy one. Let's see here. So I'm going to open up that one, and I'm going to open up that one. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to log into National Life Group. And I'm going to show you guys very quickly. We're just going to do a plain old, nothing exciting IUL that is properly structured but not max funded. Okay. By the way, who can tell me what max funded means?
What is going to happen with a
Oh,
max funding policy is that so let's say the client wants to put $200 per month. You are going to make the system calculate the biggest growth with a minimum coverage. So the cost of insurance is lower.
okay. That's a properly structured one. What does max funded, though? What is the one detail on max funded that makes something max funded?
The mech.
It's
And I
There
making
pass
you
the mech.
it's
go.
not a mech. Oh,
There you
sorry.
go. So that it's exactly right, but it's not just not making it a mech, but making sure the client is putting in all the way up to the mech, not a penny more. That is max funded. And what we find is that the majority of IULs out there will structure it right. We're structuring it right for cash growth and all of those things and putting the minimum amount, but we're leaving a lot on the table because we're not max funding it. We're writing it, say, for $1,000 a month. And I'll show you what I mean by that, but it's very, very important that we do understand that as well. And let's go to just a quick illustration with this. But good job, guys, because the both Sherry and Misha, you guys nailed that one. Nice job. Nice job. Recover 819. Was this the one I was doing? No,
Yeah,
that's not what I was
that is what
doing.
we were doing the other day with me.
Yes,
That's the
there we go.
30.
Okay. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do um I can't math right now. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna start with a 35-year-old female, standard non-tobacco. Okay.
You have checked
And
male. Did you mean female or male?
who did?
You did. There you go.
Well, this is what Kat did, so thank you, Sherry, for correcting her. We're going to do this in Florida because that's where I'm at. So we're going to go to death benefit and funding, and very quickly you'll notice that this is going to be designed the same way for both. I want to show you this. So this is your typical LERP type illustration. LERP means what? What does LERP mean? LIRP. Anyone?
Life insurance,
Life
retirement.
Plan. Very, very good. Nice job, Carrie and Michelle for the assist. Life insurance retirement plan, LIRP. Okay, so when we start talking to people, we're looking at this is IUL for retirement purposes, nothing else. It's a LIRP. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to go for the minimum death benefit, max cash value. We're going to increase until they retire at 67 and 10 months. So at year 68, we are going to change the increasing to fixed. Okay. We're also going to select the maximum face amount reduction. Why? If this is a LERP, why are we doing this?
The cost of insurance.
Very good. What do you mean by that, Michelle? The cost of insurance. What does that mean?
So once they get to retirement age, you want to reduce the cost of insurance, so that the face amount will go down, so the cost of insurance won't go up.
Okay. So when and in turn, very good. And in turn, you are driving the cost of insurance is closer to the cash value, thereby lessening the actual insurance payment. Very good. Very, very good. Okay. Over here on the premium side, you guys are going to see I've got monthly, and I'm going to do 1,000 a month. And this 1,000 a month, I'm going to do this again until through the end of, or excuse me, at age 67. Okay. So everyone sees that at age 68, it drops. So I stop contributing at 67. Now, do you guys see my target premium here? That target premium for this is 28.51 and 40 cents. All right. So let's see who wants to write that down for me and remember that.
I got it.
Thank you, Sherry. 28.51. We don't need to worry about the 40 cents. Now, the other number, though, Sherry, I also want you to get is this right here. Do you guys see that? The max non-mech premium, 17,170. Now,
Got it.
explain that to me, somebody, as if I was just a neophyte, didn't really understand this. What does that mean?
That is the amount that they can actually put into the policy minus what they are putting in.
Okay. Thank you, Helen. Helen, so good to see you. So if we were to do 1,000 a month, many people would say, well, it's max funded because I structured it right. No, two very different things. The max funding, if I wrote this at 1,000 a month, he would be paying how much for the year?
12,000.
And how much is he allowed to pay?
17,100.
So is he max funding it or no?
No.
No. That's where the difference is. And we'll get to that in a second. But right now, we're just going to compare the two plans. So we're going to do this. We're not going to solve for income. We're just going to clear this right here. Okay. All right. Everyone good? So we're going to run this report and we're going to let this sit over here. And these are the numbers that it's going to produce. Now, what is important for you as an agent to look at here? What would you see out of an illustration? When we're comparing one policy to another, what is it you want to see?
The
Accumulated
cash
value.
growth, the
Yeah.
cash growth,
Okay.
and the increment on the death benefit.
Okay. Very good. What else? As an agent, what do you want to know? What's the biggest one?
Interest rate.
Commission.
Commission. Like how do you get paid with an IUL?
Target premium.
On target premium? Absolutely. So we need to compare what is target premium and then also what is the commission rate. Okay? So we're going to look at all of that. So let's remember this right here. Sherry's keeping a bunch of good notes and you guys can also help her. Our non-guaranteed column, after 10 years, we've put in 120. My accumulated value is 144. My net death benefit is 472,512.
514.
That's what I said. You heard me wrong. Okay. Sherry, let me know when you're good.
Okay, I've got 10 years, 120, accumulated value 144, death benefit 472, 514.
There we go. Beautiful. Okay, now we're going to go to year 20. We know it's going to be 240 at year 20. Accumulated value is 421,353. And my death benefit is 749,855.
Got it.
Sherry is on the move. Okay, at 64, 360. Accumulated value is 947,331. And the net death benefit is 1.275833.
Got it.
And then one final one we look at is the first year of non-contribution is age 68. So at age 68, the accumulated value is 1.265011. And the net death benefit is 1.514648.
Got it.
Okay. Everyone sees that. Now, Misha, would you look at this and say that's a crappy structured IUL right there? I wouldn't. This looks pretty good, doesn't it? Looks pretty darn good. And so now we're going to skip over here and we're going to come down to, can you guys see my Allianz login there? Yep, good.
Mhm.
All right. Well, let's see now what we're going to be able to do with these guys and how this looks. Who's excited? It's like getting a raise almost, isn't it? I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. So let's do this. We're going to go to products and we're going to go to life. Well, this is the only product we have is the Allianz Life Accumulator. And so how do I create an illustration? There we go. And then we got a little pop-up here. And I'm going to do the same thing, illustrate by product. There's only one. So we're going to hit accumulator and we're going to cancel that because apparently I did Colorado and I want to. All right. Now we'll do accumulator. Brings that over. Valued client. And remind me, Kat, what was this? Do you remember?
222.90.
Nope. It was because they were 30. Yeah, they were 35. Okay.
And female.
Yep. Yep. Okay, here we go. And I'm just going to now a couple things about this. First of all, it's kind of the same. It's not super different for you guys. What is different is over here versus over here, just those are the details. So, first thing I want to show you, we have the back date to save age. All right. You guys know about what that is. Look at this one here. Is this a premium finance case? Allianz and Nationwide do a lot in premium finance. Who can tell me what premium finance is? Who else can tell me what premium financing is?
It's a financial strategy where someone borrows money, often from a bank or a lender, to pay a large life insurance premium instead of using their own cash.
Sounds like someone might be looking at ChatGPT or Google.
Not me.
But that is absolutely correct. Now I want us to think about you know what? We'll come back to this, but my goodness, guys, now we're starting to get into some creative stuff. All right, here we go. Here's the next thing that I want to show you. Allianz. Do you guys see what this says right here? Automatic risk class upgrades for your eligible clients. They automatically, where'd it go? No, forget it. I hate this Zoom thing. There it is. Automatically, if you are at standard, you go to preferred. If you are at standard non-tobacco, you go to preferred plus. If you're preferred non-tobacco, you go to preferred plus. So there you go. I guess that's the same thing. But the cool thing is you get one free upgrade, which is going to make a big difference. Where did my that's right, it's over here. Please hold. I'm so confused. Ta-da. So anyway, I'm going to keep this at standard so we can compare apples and oranges. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to go one up because standard would be preferred. All right. Now let's go to the plan. I am not going to choose the MEC avoidance tab. I'm going to do this just like I did National Life Group. By the way, do you guys see this here? Premium deposit fund. Love that. We're not doing anything with that right now. So the other thing, how many of us remember, man, I'm looking at a whole bunch of just cameras off. You guys, this isn't nice of you. How many remember how we can avoid MEC limitations within a participating whole life? And Carrie, what do we do with that?
Term.
Yes, the term policy.
Okay, this isn't a rider though.
You select non-mech avoidance.
But this is what I want to share with you guys. You know how in participating whole life you can add term to raise the MEC, right? Have you guys ever seen an IUL that can do that?
No.
And now all of a sudden we have this option. Flexibility, yes, very much so. Very, very much so. All right, we're not going to mess with it. We're going to come down here to B. And by the way, one more thing I want to show you guys with this. Do you guys see there's a death benefit option C?
Yes.
Now, what's the difference between B and C?
B is just for the death benefit. C is for the death benefit plus the contribution.
So close, very close, Michelle. So B increasing is death benefit plus account value. So account value is less the cost of insurance and fees, right? So for example, if I paid $1,000, well here, if I paid $1,000 into this, and if you look, that's not 12,000, that's only 10,591. Right? So the death benefit grows the original face plus this. If we were to have this one as face plus premium, it will actually do the death benefit plus the entire premium.
So that's way better.
Remember though, there is no such thing as a free lunch. An insurance company is not just going to give this, so that's why we have to dig into this and find out what's the better option. Okay, so right now, because we're just going apples to apples, we are, come on, man, we're just doing the same thing. So remember when we did this, we changed this
To
one
A6K.
through. So the thing is, though, you got to look, this is through. So we would have to do this through 67. They all word it so different. I think I'm reading that right. And then if I click on this, it's going to give me an error. Why? Because it's not smart enough to do it itself and think I have to do a level. So now, see, it's just fine. Death base or the benefit base, I have the original specified amount, level, or guideline minimum. So remember before when I checked the box over in National Life Group for guideline minimum, that's where I'm doing it here. Okay. Any questions so far? Good. All right. Monthly premium, specify amount, 1,000. And this is going through age 67.
Do you not put 1 through A68 next to increasing since we're changing
Well,
it?
I would with National Life Group, but look how this is through. The
Okay.
one with National Life Group actually worded it
Change
when
year.
change year or something like that. So in other words, see how this is A68? It's because that's why you see it in National Life Group. It would be 1 through A68 because of how they worded it.
What does
Okay.
the M stand for? A68-M.
Maturity, max. It's
Okay.
the 120.
Okay.
Okay. So now that we see this here, And by the way, do you guys see what we have over on this right side? Do you
Yes.
see this? What is the max non-mech premium?
15,11213.
Yeah, 15,000. What was the non-mech on National Life Group? Do you remember?
17,170.
Okay. All right. What was the target premium on National Life Group?
2851,
2851. What's this one?
3872.
3872. That's $1,000 more. One of the things that Allianz touts is that they have the best target premium on the market. And they can control the target premium because of their hedge fund that they have in-house. So we are good with all of this. What do you guys say? Should we? Oh, let's put my name and address, shall we? Can't wait. I don't know why you guys have done this. But anyway, okay. Now, let's see how this works. So this is Allianz, and I'm just going to go down here to page 6 because this is where they kind of make it a little bit easier, even though it's a 47-page document. But let's go ahead and take a look at this, and Sherry, get ready for me because we're going to have some numbers to go over here. Okay, this is the non-guaranteed scenario, the same way. And oh, you know what? I forgot to go over the strategies with the Allianz thing too. But let's take a look here. First of all, what in the world is going on here? It didn't give me the right thing. All right, forget it. Sorry. What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened?
You're trying to
Something.
prove Allianz is better than NLG, correct?
No, well, no, I'm trying to show you what they both are. I'm not saying one's better than the other at
Okay.
all. But what I don't see here is why did that thing cut down that payment? None. Guideline premium test. Did you guys notice what that did?
Mhm.
I'm a little confused right now.
If you're confused, we're in trouble.
Right? So I'm not sure. Okay, well, now that I'm here, waiver none. So look at this one. Do you see the waiver? Not waiver. I'm not looking at. I'm looking at this one right here, the enhanced liquidity rider. You guys ever seen this one? You
No.
have if you knew National Life Group, but I have the ability to have 100% of that policy liquid from day one. That's kind of cool. Just saying. Okay. Look at this. First of all, this is the other part where Allianz is really, really good. You've got this is your index allocation. I can come up here, see conservative. I can go to custom. I can say, let's go aggressive. And it's going to figure out what the most aggressive funds were. And it's going to give us that. And look at the allocation it pulled through. And these are all averaging between 6.8 and 7.34. I can say, I want to go moderate. And here is that. So the annual, this is the average annual for the last 12 years is 10.82. Pretty darn good. And you can just kind of template change it like that, or you can actually just assign whatever you want to it. So anyway, that is what we are going to do. And I'm going to go ahead and hit print as selected. It says it's calculating. I'm not sure why. So it was $1,000 more on our target premium. And this is what I think it's going to still mess with me here. It is. See what it's doing here, kids? It's actually changing it from 1,000 a month and it's dropping it down with the premium, and I don't know why it's doing that. And then it's stopping. So that's fine. It's stopping here, okay. But all right, let's go ahead and take a look at it. Let me move you guys so I can. And okay. So this is 7,000 short of 120. If we added 7,000, it would be 144. So that's not really the same, but 144, my guess is it would probably be about 147 to 150. If that didn't change, I just don't know why. So what do we have for death benefit and cash value?
133,433 and 38723, or do you want NLG?
So capture this. It's because it's a little off because we're 7,000 off. So what I want you to do is at least put 144, 233. We need to add 7,000.
I'm sorry, what do you want me to do?
I want you to put this number is actually, I want you to add 7,000 to it. So 144, 233.
Okay,
And then this would be 7,195, 194, 233.
I'm sorry. Hold on. So, and 387 plus what?
7,000. We're just
7,000.
adding 7,000 to both of
Okay.
those. Yeah.
So 394,233.
Okay. Now compare those to National Life Group. What is National Life Group's across the 10?
Well, it was 144, and then death benefit was 472,514. The death benefit with NLG was higher.
Okay. But the cash value was roughly the same.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, the cash value would have been more because that's $7,000, but you get compound interest on it. So,
Yeah.
so now keep in mind. So what does that tell you? That tells you that at the beginning, the first 10 years, the death benefit is higher with National Life Group, which means what? If you're paid $1,000 a month and you have a higher death benefit, what does that tell you?
That you're not maxed.
So that you're not max at well, indirectly, yes, because you're paying for more insurance than you need to. One policy is pulling out of that $1,000 more money for insurance than the other.
So
So
what you're saying
So
is
more
GURP
money is going
is
into the death
different.
benefit versus the cash in your policy.
Right.
that's exactly
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Thank you, ladies. That's exactly right. So now listen, what one's better at 10 years then?
I would say the
NLG.
first one.
I guess it depends on the client, whether they're wanting more in the death benefit
Bingo.
or the cash.
Yes. Yes. Let's not forget what we're doing here, folks. Don't just make an assumption NLG is better because they have a higher death benefit. If I want to grow my cash, I'm not happy with that. I want the lowest death benefit possible. Okay. So let's keep going now. And again, this is not a consistent look at it, which kind of bothers me, but let's go back to year 20. We are at 14,000. So Sherry, write these numbers down. 435 and 685.
Okay. And do you want the other numbers?
Yeah, compare them now.
Yeah, NLG was 421 and the death benefit was 749.
Okay. So if you as you guys see 421, well, this is 421, and we didn't even put in 14,000 more dollars. So this is going to be at 435 roughly, and this was 680, almost 690. So the death benefit is shrinking the margin from this death benefit to NLGs is catching up, right? The margin's decreasing, they're getting closer, but this one
By
is
64,000.
outperforming. Does everyone see that? This one is outperforming in cash after year 20. So let's continue. In fact, now the NLG plan, that person would have put in 360,000.
Yeah.
We're putting in, so we're 20,000 off.
Hmm.
And I want you to show me now, write this down, $1,607. That's at year 30, Sherry.
Yep.
And then death benefit of 1.250.
Got it.
And do me a favor and compare those with,
Well, the cash value, hold on. The accumulated value was 947,331 at NLG and death benefit 1.275. So if you want the cash value for the client to be higher, you would go with Allianz.
yes. So if you, do you guys see that we've put in 20,000 less
Yeah.
and we are, what is it, almost 100,000 or 10,000? How far off are we? What's the difference between National Life Group was 9 what, Sherry?
Hold on, I'm doing the math. So 53.
Okay. So there is about a $75,000 spread between what we put in with Allianz and how it performs versus putting in, we're putting in and getting a spread of 75,000 less so far. Everyone get that? Are we seeing that? Now, if we keep going to retirement, and by the way, if you notice now, yeah, that's right. Okay, now we go to retirement at age. All right, so
D8 is what
136. Well, if we're gonna go, yeah, then we'll do 136, 1.360,
yeah.
and then death benefit 1.591. Okay,
Yeah.
and compare that. NLG's the accumulated value was what?
Was
At
1,265.
okay,
So
1,265.
$95,000 difference.
Okay, and um we paid a bunch less. Trying to think of how much less. So 46. We paid 30,000 less, and there's $100,000 difference. And then on the death benefit,
There's a $77,000 difference.
what? Okay,
NLG was 1,514 and Allianz is 1,591.
got it, got it. But that's okay because the cash value is higher. It's at 1,360,
Yeah.
which means that is the difference between the death benefit and the cash value is what we want to see because that's what we're paying on the cost of insurance. So let me ask you this as a group of peoples. Ooh, we got a lot of stuff in the chat here. What's the money for? Oh, okay. Let me ask you this question. As an agent who is working with a client who is trying to set up a LERP at $1,000 a month, what do you go with?
Say that one more time.
As an agent that is working with a client who is looking for a LERP, what do you go with?
You would ask the questions, like important ones, like when they're retiring and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And then,
but again, what I did here is if what we were doing on this one is alert,
So it's a
life insurance
retirement
retirement
fund.
product,
It's a
at the same
retirement.
time, everything is the
Allianz.
same. What one do you go with and why?
Allianz
Allianz.
because it's more cash value because you want it for retirement, not when you're dead.
Okay. And so if it's better for the customer, it's probably worse for us commission wise, right?
No, because that target premium was higher versus the one in National Life Group,
Hmm. So it's better for the client,
and better for us.
it's better for the agent.
Mm-hmm. Win-win situation.
Interesting. Okay. So that's kind of cool. $1,000 more, in fact, profit or target premium. So yeah, that was just a little exercise in you're not going to go wrong with that Allianz IUL. You're not going to go wrong with the National Life Group IUL. I will tell you this, Allianz's fees are one of the lowest out there. And that's really what you look for. One of the things you look for anyway. So, any questions before we finish up with the max funding part?
So since we determined that using Allianz for retirement, what would you recommend using National Life Group for?
Well, I would always recommend you have a couple of them at your disposal. Again, you saw after 30 years, they're pretty darn close,
Yeah.
right? So it's not, you're not doing a disservice to the client either way. It's just we're trying to arm you with even more ammunition
Right.
that you're
So
able to
Allianz.
use. So Allianz is very good. The
Mhm.
other thing that I will, yeah, so they're
And
they're very
education
good.
funding too.
Huh?
What Allianz would you recommend setting up Allianz as the education funding one for when we do like the for children when we're
Yeah,
setting up
yeah,
since
potentially. I mean, again, you can run them both and just see. But
Mhm.
yeah. Um, any other questions on that on Allianz before I'm going to jump into the National Life Group thing and we're going to talk about what it means to max fund something. Any other questions? Yeah, yeah,
Can you hear me?
yeah, yeah, I
Oh,
can.
so the difference there, or the key question is, what is the money for? And we determined in this illustration that the client wanted the LERP, which is
Hmm.
more cash at the end of the day.
Hmm.
Okay, got it.
All
I have a
right.
question. Oh, a quick
Yeah.
question. Yeah. So how about so there's National Life Group and then there's Allianz. What would be like a third one that you're like, hey, this is my go-to for whatever it is? What are the top three, would you say?
Well, I think the third one that I'm really starting to, so we have Columbus Life, and Columbus Life is a very, very solid, very simple functioning IUL. So it really all depends on what you're trying in their IULs. So there is no surrender period. There is no, no, you can't get money until year three. But we also, Jason, are coming out with nationwide. We're getting contracted with them, and then they will be added to our carrier list for IULs by conference time. And they are going to be one of because look, the bottom line is with Peyton Manning and Brad Paisley or whoever else they got, doing their average. Everyone knows them. Like you're not going to have to explain to them who is Nationwide. You're just not going to have to do that. And so they have a very, very, very solid product. It's a brand new product that only we are able to sell through Gallagher, which is kind of nice.
Awesome.
So, yeah, those are the three, and that's kind of what we're looking at building this thing. I mean, I really like National Life Group, and that is potentially the worst of the three. Just to let you know where we've come from IUL contracting.
Thank you.
Yep, absolutely. Okay, let's get one. Let's get one more here. Hold on, please hold. Let's do this. Who wants to see, or who can tell me how I need to max fund this National Life Group? One. Who can tell me?
Maybe if you show us.
Well, that wouldn't be fun, would it? Okay, let's go over here. Let's share this out. Okay, so remember we were sitting here, and you guys remember that this said 1,000 a month, and we had the non-MEC premium of 17,170. By the way, let me just ask you guys this really quickly. Why is National Life Groups higher than Allianz was? I don't even know if Michelle will get this one.
Because of the mech?
Why? Because of the MEC.
The guidelines were higher?
Why were they higher? Remember, everyone has the same within the IRS, right? That is not health specific or approval specific. Okay.
It
Fees?
was the premium.
Fees.
Premium.
So I'm hearing fees and I'm hearing premium. They were both $1,000 a month.
Yeah, the premiums were the same, but the fees are lower with Allianz because you mentioned that.
Okay,
The
which
rate, right?
means,
That
let me
rate was
ask you a
different.
question. No, the rate, let me ask you this. What was the death benefit? Was it higher or lower with National Life Group? Carrie says lower. She
I
unmuted to
don't
put her thumb
remember.
down. I want to make sure everyone saw that. She unmuted to put her thumb down. What, Sherry, National Life Group death benefit was how much after 10 years? Oh, we might have lost Sherry.
Hold on,
Oh,
I'm
there
here.
she is.
Hold on, hold on. Hey, where did my note just
The
go?
death
was,
benefit for National Life Group was higher.
Yeah, for
there
how,
we
what year
go.
you asked?
At the end of 10 years, it was what, 471 or something like that?
72, 472,514.
Okay, and what was it with Allianz?
With Allianz 10 years, it was 394,233.
Okay, so 394 to 472.
Yeah,
Here's the point how do you calculate the MEC?
78,000.
How do you calculate the MEC amount?
It's off the death benefit, right?
There you go. It is the relation of the death benefit and your cash value. So geez, what the frick was that? Hold on a second. Somehow, did you guys hear that? Or did I just
Oh,
freak myself out? I just peed my pants. So I'm in here minding my own business. MJ's recording, and all of a sudden my radio goes off in my ears like I don't know what happened, but that was weird. I just
it did
jumped.
switch your
I'm
screen
okay.
to
Yeah,
your,
did it?
yeah, now it's Christian Hard Rock.
Hey, that's a good one. Okay, let's go back and let's try this one more time. Okay, and here and here. So it's based on,
Pat
it is
said
based,
she's gonna run back over here in a minute. She's on the phone with somebody for mortgage and she needs you.
okay, I'll talk to her in a second. Perfect. Thank you. Death benefit versus cash value. Remember, MEC says there has to be X amount of cash to get the death benefit and not be an investment or not be taxable. So if the death benefit is higher with a company, you would clearly have more room for a non-MEC premium than you would with a lower death benefit and the same dollar amount going in, the same contribution. So think of it this way. I have $1,000 with NLG, $1,000 with Allianz. Okay. My death benefit with NLG is 475,000. I know it's close. And this one was 380. I know it's close. If I'm paying $1,000 each and I'm allowed to take my cash up to a certain point of that death benefit, if my death benefit's lower here, I'm not going to be able to put as much more in as I would with a higher death benefit. Because MEC is calculated cash to the death benefit. So therefore, I have 17,000 of room with NLG because they have a higher death benefit than with, do you guys remember what it was with Allianz?
15.
There you go. Because the death benefit was 390 something instead of 470. That's the difference there. Okay, so we just want to remember that. Anyway, now if you look, this person is paying $1,000. We're going to spend just the last couple seconds on this, and then we'll close this up. If you look here, $1,000 a month is how much per year, Michelle? Michelle fell asleep. That was too hard for her.
12,000.
Exactly, Sherry. Thank you. 12,000. So we have the ability here. If the person has $17,000 to put in per year, then we write this at 1,000. Do you want me to show you how to lose you a ton of money? By doing what's best for the customer right here. If all they have is 1,000 a month and that is it for the rest of their life, that's all they have, then we need to play with the numbers and see what gives me 12,000 here. Oh, sweet. Guess I talked too long, didn't I? They're going to make me go back in here and do it again, aren't they? There we go. Aren't you glad you're recording this, MJ? Let me tell you what. Okay. And then there we go. You'd think I'd start saving this, but why? Okay. So now if you look, I'm going to change this to 770. And look. That's 13,000. If he only had 12,000, and that's all he could put in, we're just going to keep playing. Yeah, we can go down to 700, I bet.
Are you saying per year that amount or total 12,000? That's it.
What does this say up here? Target premium. Is target premium or guideline level, guideline single, are those annual or monthly? Always annual.
Okay.
All of these are annualized. So it's taking this monthly, Sherry,
Mm-hmm.
and it's annualizing it to. So basically, I can write this for 705. Ooh, no, $705. See that? 12,033. So, are you ready, Carrie? You ready to hear something that is going to just blow your mind? We do not take the extra target premium. What was our target premium at 1,000 a month? Do you remember what it was? It was 2,700?
2851.
2,851.
Yeah.
Now, what is it now? 11998. I'm $900 less. If I got a 60% commission on, that's $600 that I just lost for the client to be able to do what the client needed, which is that right there. This is max funding. If they have $1,000 a month, you write it for $705. Because they'll still put in $1,000 a month, and now they get to run it all the way up to the MEC without paying for that insurance. And that cash value compounded. Think about this. It was 17,000 versus 12,000, right? I was able to do 17,000 in a non-MEC.
It was versus 15, 17 versus 15.
No. What I'm talking about is right here, NLG to NLG. 17,000 was my MEC. Now this is my new max non-MEC is 12. That's $5,000. Who has Chat GPT pulled up?
I do.
Someone show me what $5,000 a year compounded for 30 years at 6.5%.
Okay, say it one more time.
Nope, that was it. 5,000 a month for 30 years compounded at 6.5%. Compounded annually. Leanne's jumping into it right now, seeing if she can beat Sherry.
Go, 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 go. $10 years, 817,000, 22.5 million, 35.664.
Did you say per month?
No, I said annual. Does that not sound right?
No.
What
5,000
5,000 per month or
no,
5,000 per, oh, sorry.
per year.
My bad, my bad. Please hold. Year compounded 6.5% annually.
Just give me the 30-year number.
Okay. Go, go.
We're using Chat GPT, right? Not the mailman. We're not waiting for the mailman to come through. And
30 years, about 404.
404,000.
Yeah.
Okay. I want you guys to understand. Hi, Crystal.
Now
I'll be right there with you.
Algebra.
Okay, now listen, guys, I want you to understand because we're 2 minutes over now. The difference between short or properly structuring this versus max funding, what I just did with max funding is going to equate to about another 400,000 for this client over the same stretch versus how 95% of these IULs are being written today. That is why we do what we do for our clients. So anyway, that being said, MJ, you can go ahead and close this out there. That is